Good evening, everybody. It's Tuesday night, my friends, and I'm back. And we're going to be taking a look at some games tonight. Some demos and some games that have been out for a while. We'll see where I land on all the things here. As we go. Anyway. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're all healthy, happy, and all those things. Kick about taking names, getting things done, and enjoying life along the way. This is not the screen. I want to go to this screen. There we go. Very good, very good. So, my friends, we're gonna start off tonight probably doing a run, maybe two, on Starforged Legacy here. So this is, just a full disclaimer, a game that I found on Keymailer. This is kind of a weird one because I did not receive a key, but rather a link to the demo, which is available to everyone. So, like, the demo is out there right now. The thing that I'm playing is right now available out on Steam. It's just they wanted to have some content creators take a look at it and stuff. And I tend to like to look at some indie stuff and things like that. Kind of roll through here and take a look. You can see I've already played about 47 minutes of the game, so I have a decent idea of what's going on here, and I already have some feedback sort of that we're going to kind of get into. Let's see what the audio is like right now. Okay, it's not too bad. Not too bad. So, this is Starforged Legacy. It is by Second Shift Games. And it is a free demo right now available out on Steam. You can go take a look at it for yourself. It's build 0.0.1, as you can see there, up at the top right. So very, very early game. And I have some thoughts on that. I mean, you guys know I play a lot of games. I play a lot of demos. I've been around the block a little bit when it comes to like early stuff, and the quality of early stuff could be kind of all over the place. And what I try to do is I'm not trying to hold it against anybody. I'm not trying to hold it against the devs. But there's like a balance you kind of have to strike when you're bringing a game out and you're having people you're starting your marketing on it and try and get feedback and all that stuff. And we'll get into that. But basically, Starforged Legacy is a top-down Vampire Survivors-like game set in a sci-fi universe. You pilot a ship, and the guns automatically fire, and it's just like Vampire Survivors. You got a bunch of pickups. You've got XP that you gain. You've got some mining that you do. There is, as you can see here, a skill tree. So as you gather resources during your run, you can spend it on various power-ups here. You can see I've done maybe 47 minutes. I've done, I think, 3 runs. The last run I did a full run. I went all the way through and destroyed the boss. And so I got a bunch of stuff here already maxed out, like pickup range and mining range and a few other things. So they are pretty generous with the resources you get if you spend a little bit of time mining as you go around. What we're gonna do is, like I said, we'll probably do 1 run, maybe 2. It depends on how long the run is. If I hit new game here, you can see now I've unlocked the Nemesis battleship, which I have not flown yet. Which I might fly just for sake of it. But you start out with just the Ironhide cruiser. It's decent, you know. The Nova Lance was really good. Like it was fairly maneuverable. That was what I got through the full run with. And then you've got now Nemesis. I have no idea. We'll see what it's like. There is difficulty thing here. Normal, hard, impossible. I've been doing it on normal. Um, I'll put it this way: my very first run on normal, I did not make it very far. Um, so normal is pretty decent for what it is right now. But you know, we'll jump in and you'll get to see what's going on. Um, you can see the rest of these are not available until they go into early access. So this will be eventually coming to early access at some point. But it's just to be determined right now. All right, Nemesis. There's different. You can unlock the steadfast run, win a run with the Nemesis. Unlock Reaper. Kill 10,000 enemies with a railgun. I've already got 400 there. Okay, that's interesting. So Arbiter, long-range battleship loadout, maximizing damage through distance scaling and full health bonuses with tactical teleportation. Okay, so these are kind of the builds going on here. Like if I look at the Nova Lance, I've unlocked Fallout, which is a loadout creating overlapping radiation zones for teleportation. So these are basically different kind of builds you can start out with. They give you different weapons and other things. The Ironhide, I did not unlock much at all for the Ironhide. I just kind of went from that and immediately went into the Nova Lance for the next run. So let's see what Arbiter is like here. And it gives you different customizations that you can do here. If I had any customizations, I guess, which I don't at the moment. I don't know what unlocks this, or if it is even a thing you can unlock right now, or what the customizations actually do. Like, can I change colors or something? I don't know. Anyway, let us confirm and head on out. You can see your typical sort of node-based maneuverability. Our boss enemies up here, and unlike a lot of node-based things, it doesn't necessarily stop you from going backwards. As you can see, there's arrows kind of going various directions, so you don't necessarily not necessarily locked into a particular way of going, but you know, it is what it is. So the one skulls here are, I think, like this is kind of the one thing that's a little bit strange. The one skulls I think are survive, and then the three skulls are like some kind of attack thing. I think it's not the class of enemy that you're encountering. Like normally when you see like a big skull on a lot of these rogue, or these not roguelikes, but these sort of node-based progression things. I guess most of them are like roguelikes. That they like the skull usually means, oh, this is a big boss thing, and you know that's not really the case here. The big boss is up here, and you might get some like mini bosses along the way, but you're not under any obligation to destroy them. So you just kind of have to survive. Like this one just says survive and defend the sector. So that's what we're going to do. WASD to move around. And you can see that's kind of everything. So eliminate rebels without taking hull damage is 5 of 40 there. So that's like, we have like a challenge elimination we get. These are mining nodes. You can see down the left corner there is our shields and our hull. This is an upgrade that we can buy. We'll grab let's do sniper targeting, critical chance, more of a critical chance. Now these early what am I trying to say? Enemies tend to be these things that just like bump into you and are generally annoying for that reason. Let's do range amplifier. So the other ships that I've flown, when you hit shift, it would kind of give you a boost. This one apparently is a teleport of some kind, which is interesting. I'm trying to figure out where to teleport, but reactive armor. When health is damaged, damages 3 random enemies. Sure. We got a box here to grab XP out of. That's all the XP flying in at us. Enhanced tractor beam is pickup radius goes up by 60%. That's pretty darn good. And now our warp drive is charging up. So there's a sort of timer at the top there. You saw like it was 80 going up to 80. I think it's not really a timer. It's more like a what's the word I'm trying to use here? It's more like a quantum rounds. I think it's the number of enemy ships you have to destroy or something like that. And it's usually 80. Active armor. And then you automatically, your engine starts to power up and you get 30 seconds, I believe. Hey, Premier, welcome on in. Oh, you found out what happened to your brakes and it's not good. Oof. Oof. Rough. Okay. Guess you ate right through all the rotors and everything. Yeah. It's more, yeah, it's like wave sort of, it's kind of 80 ships. And the thing is, that goes really quickly, which is both a blessing and a curse. But also, it means that a lot of times in some of these maps, you'll get like a side quest that will show up on the right hand side, and damned if I can ever really complete the side quest in time, because it's just usually when you get them, they're usually early on in the run. And you don't have enough damage potential to go out. A lot of them are like, or a lot of them are like collect something on the map. And you're either not fast enough to collect everything on the map, or it just, you just, one way or the other, you can't complete it before you hit the timer and you're already jumping out. And then that goes unfulfilled. So it's, there's some things there that health to 100% global damage scaler is increased to 70%. I guess we'll do this one. Nuclear warheads, shielded armor, Berserker protocol based on missing health. Okay, we'll do that. We'll go here, I guess. And there's no, like, not necessarily any rhyme or reason to why I'm going to one place or another place. It's just the map is kind of bare bones, like that node map. So I don't really know half the time. Like, it does tell you on the right what you're getting, but like doesn't say much. So control all gas casters. So what is this? Okay, we're trying to get control of that. Okay. This is something new. I haven't seen this before. We got a purple here, missile mastery. Oh, I see. Wherever my cursor is where it will warp me to. Increases all projectile weapons fire rate by 2% and max ammo by 1. Sure. I think a lot of the other problem too is a lot of the power-ups, the upgrades that we get along the way here. See, this has gas control all three of these things, and we're almost at 80 now. So like, this is what I say, where it's like you can't, there's like not enough time ever really to do any of these quests. Missile weapon, projectile mastery, I guess. I guess missile weapon mastery would have been the better one. Because it looks like we have a missile. I keep thinking I have a projectile, but I have a missile. Missile battery enhancement. And after teleport spawn, 3 radiation clouds would deal 10 damage. Sure. We'll probably get this before our warp drive engages. There we go. That's probably the first time I've ever had a quest actually complete on me. Exposed shot, cruise missile. Increases damage raised by 10%. Let's do that. Get ahead of these guys. Increase damage radius to 12%. Alright, and out we go. When health is damaged, 5 random enemies with 40-meter range for 70% of max health damage them. Okay. Alright. Runners and pads are 5 brake lines. They rusted all the way to the junction box at both back and front lines, and the oil broke for the brakes, so it went all over shop. Oh, Jesus. So the brakes basically exploded, essentially. Oh, that's gonna be terrible. That's gonna be absolutely terrible. I'm sorry that's you gotta deal with that crap. Thruster level to 4, boost amount by 20%. After warping, increases health resistance by 50% and armor for 5 for 1.5 seconds. Using movement ability creates an anomaly. That actually kind of works. We'll take that. Rebel system. Large cards reward, major experience, random weapon. This is challenge map modifier. Alright. See how we do. So, like Vampire Survivors and stuff, all the different ships have their own, quirks and stuff, as you can see. Projectile count weapons by 1, okay. So it makes it challenging from that perspective. Booster rockets. This power up the capital ship. All right. See if we can do that. Almost there. 21 of 30, 22. There it is. Alright. When shield is damaged, deal 25% of max shield as damage in a 40-meter radius. Ooh. That sounds good. Nuclear warheads on kill leaves a radiation cloud that deals 30% of weapon damage and lasts for 5 seconds. Yep. Go for it. To gravitational tether. Buy an upgrade, nuclear warheads. Now we're doing some damage downrange. Alright, pretty good. Pretty good. Cost is 2,150. So they don't know how much. They don't know how you made it to the shop. It just didn't use your brakes. Oh, jeez. Oh, yeah, you were using the manual, basically engine braking at that point. Yeah. Oof. That is. Ugh. That's terrible. Probably most of that is probably labor too. Um. Claim all rewards. Ship core level by 4. Increases experience gain by 20%. New weapon. Let's get a... We already have a missile. Let's get an autocannon. Some more damage downrange. This way. Emergency mining, gather minerals. Alright, let's go down here. The little mining icon. So, I wanted to talk a little bit about... Here's a range amplifier. Oh, we got a red thing there. Cool. So I want to talk a little bit about the balance between when you should start shipping your demo around for and getting feedback, and when it needs to cook a little bit more. And honestly, it's a tough call, right? Because this game definitely has the bones, good bones for a Vampire Survivors-esque. There's definitely a fun aspect to it. Like I can see you know, having it cook a little bit longer. It would be probably in a really good state. However, I also kind of feel like it's a bit early for them to be, for devs to be kind of shopping this around, you know, trying to get feedback and stuff. Like it just kind of feels like a lot. You'll hear a lot of terms like, you know, vertical slice. You'll hear that term a lot, and it's kind of important when you're doing a demo and stuff to have sort of a good vertical slice going. Sometimes, because what it does is it allows you to focus on, like, you kind of do like a little mini balance pass. You know, it's not your final balance pass. It's not what the, you know, it's not what your you know, final production game is going to be. But at the very least, it allows people who are jumping in for the very first time to get a better feel for how the game is going to feel to them. And now I understand that this game has, you know, already has difficulty levels and stuff, and I'm playing it on the normal level, which is the easy level as far as this is concerned. But I'm already at that sort of point where there's a lot of good stuff here, but there's a lot of noise. Like a lot of these augments and stuff are just kind of running together. Like I don't necessarily feel the difference between them, because we're kind of like leveling up a whole lot, and it doesn't feel like there's, I mean, obviously we're getting better, we're getting, you know, we're surviving longer, we're, you know, doing more damage down range, but honestly it just kind of, it doesn't necessarily feel like these things are making much of a difference individually. It's just like at some point I'll eventually just be destroying everything in one shot, and it won't feel like I had any real hand in it. Like the last run that I did off camera where I went through and destroyed the boss and everything, it felt that way. It felt like, oh, I guess I'm winning. I don't know what I did. to really do it, because like I just kind of randomly picked stuff that jumped up that looked like halfway decent, but it didn't feel like there was much synergy between the things that I was doing and whatnot. And yeah, again, it's very early on, so you kind of expect that, but all this stuff sort of like when you're asking people to, when you're putting it out on Keymailer and you're asking, to get coverage on it and all that stuff, like it kind of feels like you should have a lot of that stuff already figured out, at least in whatever vertical slice you're going to do of your game. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like, yes, I get it, you want some feedback, but sometimes you gotta. Sometimes you have to have a better idea of what that feedback is going to be, right? In other words, like it's one thing to get feedback on, like, oh, this is, this needs a tweak, or that needs a tweak, or this doesn't quite feel great, or that doesn't quite feel great. But when the feedback is a lot of, well, there's a lot of stuff going on, I don't really have a whole lot of a hand in what's happening, or at least doesn't feel like it, and also, I'm spending most of my time just kind of flying around and being like, well, I guess I guess I'll do this now, or I'll do that now. It's not really. It doesn't feel like the controls are tight, or like the it doesn't. At the end of the day, I finished a run. I was like, I guess I'm done with the game, right? Like it doesn't feel like there's anything here that would compel me to keep coming back. Like when I played Vampire Survivors, every time you got through a run, you're like, oh, I know what I did wrong. I know what I could do differently, and you just kind of felt that, like, oh, that compulsion to keep doing another run and keep doing another run. And I don't really feel that compulsion here. And again, it's early, so I get it, but I feel like at some point you kind of have to, like, I feel like that's something you sort of have to have locked down early on, is like, what is the thing that's going to keep people coming back? And yes, I like that there's progression, but none of it feels interesting. Like none of it feels like I'm getting a different, like, I mean, this is the first time I'm playing this ship, and you can see on the map how far I've already gotten, and I've been chatting the entire time and not really paying a whole lot of attention. Yeah, captivating. Yeah, exactly. And I've been talking this whole time. I've been kind of barely paying attention to what I'm doing, and I'm still like moving along at a decent pace here. Granted, it is normal difficulty, so maybe that's expected for normal difficulty, but yeah, it's just like I like these side quests. I really, really like the side quests, like with the trader rescue and stuff. But there's not enough time to really engage with them, right? Like we're almost up to 80 here already. So it feels like that alone, like the little side quests you get and stuff alone, really helps this game to stand out from all the other, survivors likes, and I feel like that's what they really need to lean in on. That, like, make that, like, instead of having this random bar here that says, oh, you're done now, kind of a thing, instead of having that, have it be where you get random quests on each in each node, and you have to complete the quests in order to, or complete like 3 out of 4 of the quests or something like that in order to progress. Make it, add that like extra layer of compulsion, that extra layer of like, oh, this is really cool. I really like this. I want to keep doing this kind of thing. You know, or even make it to like, you know, you don't automatically jump out. You jump out when you want to jump out. And then that way, and then have those quests as well come up. And then you can just decide, do I want to stay and finish the rest of these quests, or do I want to jump to the next node and you know, try my luck on the next one around, you know? I think a lot of that, there's, I guess the general feeling I'm getting is that I don't have a whole lot of agency in what, you know, I say that and I'm selecting things left and right here, but it doesn't feel like the agency that I have matters in what's going on, because I'm still marching forward, you know, without much of an issue. Now, I did the very first run that I did of this game, I did die pretty quickly, but, you know, it hasn't been that way since. So I don't know if that's just because that first ship was just that bad, or if it was just like I was still getting used to the game, or trying to figure out what the game was doing. You know, I don't know. You know, I could try doing a run with that first ship again and seeing if I get further along than I did. Maybe that would be the answer, but relative countermeasures, I guess. I guess we'll do that. Also, I mean, there's a ton of stuff going on the screen. It's kind of hard to like track what's happening, but I mean that is part of the genre, so I can't really fault them for that. No? Oh, there's some kind of question mark over there that I'm never going to get to because I ran out of time. Yeah, I really don't like that timer. I think that's got to go immediately. Like, it's just kind of, I think they put it there to kind of make your each run go quickly, to kind of like force you along faster, but it's not, it's making the game less fun for me, at least. Like, I again, it just sort of takes more of that sort of agency away. This is kind of like Risk of Rain. Kind of. It's like Survivors-esque mixed with sort of a roguelike almost. So you have like different runs, like a roguelike would with nodes and stuff. And then it's Vampire Survivors, meaning I'm not firing any of the weapons. I'm just piloting the ship. It's automatically firing every couple seconds here, and then I'm selecting power-ups for it. So yeah, it is a mix of both a little bit. Critical Surge. There's a mission there. Broken AI, collect all the IPs. See, I like the, you have these optional missions you can pick up, right? But again, I feel like that should be the game. Like, I feel like you've got the basic, Vampire Survivors, mechanics and all that stuff. And that's great. But that would really set you apart from everyone else. It's like, hey, here's some optional missions. You can pick them up if you do certain things. And you can, like, and then that becomes the sort of the game, sort of. Is how many of those can you pick up? And every time you finish a mission, you get, instead of, you don't necessarily even need XP, but you can put XP in the game but make the XP bar, make each level of XP really long, and make the quests give you more XP than, say, destroying enemies and stuff, and boxes and stuff like that. And so you're kind of forcing players to you know, do the quest, engage with the quest stuff, and also like leave it up to them as to when they want to leave the sector. So if they want to stay in the sector with all these, you know, you keep increasing the amount of enemies coming, like you're doing now, right? Like every couple seconds, increase the level of the enemies and all that stuff. And so then it becomes a risk reward thing. It's like, okay, do I stay and make and do a couple more quests to try to level up, or do I go to the next sector, which resets the enemy levels to whatever that sector is going to be, and then I have more time to do some quests and stuff, or whatnot. You know, I feel like that. I feel like that's a more compelling gameplay loop than what we've got here. I think they're following the Vampire Survivors formula a little too closely, but also they've just sort of I mean, you just see, like, just looking at the amount of things I'm selecting here as we're just moving from one sector to another is proof enough that there's like a little too much going on. Like it feels like I'm just kind of randomly selecting things, and it's working sort of, but I'm still just randomly selecting things. Now this is a little bit different. Station defense, I haven't seen this before. So it's cool that I'm still seeing new stuff. Shots. I don't know what the hell's even happening. I don't know what's going on. All I can tell you is that my shields haven't gone down at all, even a little bit, and there's all this crap just exploding around me. So I don't know. Your guess is as good as mine. Hey, hello, welcome on in. Yep, trying out games. Trying out this game. By the way, this one's on. Okay, can I? There we go. Just another disclaimer as we're playing here. This was from Keymailer. However, even though this is a little campaign that they have going on Keymailer, and I still need to disclose that, and that's what actually put me onto the game. The demo itself is free for everybody to try. All the Keymailer thing did was actually just give me a link to the demo that was already out there for everybody on Steam, for everyone to take a look at, and it's free. So by all means, go try it out for yourself. Try out the harder difficulties than what I'm trying. If you like Vampire Survivors mixed with a roguelike. Missile fire rate, I guess. Critical chance. Stasis rounds? Sure. Region scan. Scan the region. Okay, this is a little bit different too. Try and get all this, trying to mine these things for resources and stuff. I believe the mined resources are what you use in between runs, as well as giving you XP, I believe. Kill 50% chance to spawn a tether connected to 3 enemies, causing them to take 100% more damage. Oh, okay. Sure, you go ahead and do that. Buy another upgrade. Missile battery. Let's see if I can get back here. There's that scan. There we go. Pierce reload. Slowed or stunned take 100% more damage. Sure, I guess. What is that? Well, not moving increases all damage by 5%. Well, I'm always moving, so that's not going to be useful. After teleport, stun all enemies in a 30-meter radius. Sure. Explosive rounds. Why not have some more explosions, right? I think we could do... I think we could have some more explosions. I don't know what you guys think, but... I think there's not nearly enough on screen. I'm doing good, Ella. I'm doing good. It was a relatively uneventful day. Feeling like it's probably going to be a relatively uneventful week, which is nice. I have my big vacation at the end of the month, so last couple weeks of the month I have off, so I'm just kind of getting things done, but I'm also kind of cruising a little bit too. Try not to start anything that's going to take a crazy amount of time. Increases all weapon levels by 5, which increases damage by 50%. Okay. Shield level by 4, which increases max shield by 100%. On fire, increases pierce chance by 25%, resets on reload. On dodge, all weapons gain 50%. Whatever. Do that, I guess. Alright, on to the boss. Now, the boss battle is at best annoying, at worst boring. And I say that because, as you'll see here, there's a giant boss that's going to follow us around everywhere, which is fine. I mean, you would expect that. However, most of the time we're going to spend just with so much... He's going to be surrounded by all kinds of ads here, all kinds of enemies, and they're going to act like basically like a meat shield. And so we're just basically going to putter around for quite some time. And the first time I did this, it was, I think, like, I want to say a good 10-15 minutes I was puttering around, just kind of waiting for my guns to penetrate far enough to actually do some damage on the boss. So that's basically what it is. It's not the most fun thing ever, but like I said, they were looking for some feedback on it. Here's their feedback. And this is why I say, like, and this is a good example of why I say it's like, it's a hard balance, right? It's a hard thing to balance and say, like, when should we have people come take a look at our demo? When should we release a demo? How early in our development should we do it? And honestly, the only answer I could really give is you gotta be pretty confident in what you've already got. You have to have a lot of your core systems already in place. Because if you come in like this where, I mean, yes, there's a foundation here, but honestly, you're going to end up with a lot of feedback that you can't do anything with, right? Because a lot of people are just going to be like, well, it just wasn't fun. And they're not going to be able to point to why it wasn't fun. Whereas if you're further along and you've got, you know, a better a better handle on what mechanics you're going to have in a game, how you're going to separate yourself from other games in the genre, and all that stuff. Somehow that guy died. I don't know how that happened. This is the second time where I was like, I wasn't anywhere near the boss. Like the first time I killed the boss, I wasn't anywhere near it and it just died. So I have no idea how that happens. So that's the second time around. So I think there might be some kind of bug with the boss where it's just like either its own forces are doing damage to it or it's running into asteroids or something, because somehow it blew up and I was nowhere near it. So I no idea. Not going to complain though, because that was another successful run. So we'll go skill tree. So we got all these resources here, and it tells you here what the cost is of all the different resources for things. Credit multiplier, weapon damage for projectile weapons, weapon damage for missiles, damage radius for missiles, critical chance of missiles. Do that. Projectiles. Increase armor, shield recharge. Can't do anything more with. Increases chance of avoid incoming damage, so we'll do that. Max hull. Friendly pickups from enemies. Emergency takeover. When your ship takes lethal damage, the AI overloads the reactor, kill nearby non-boss enemies, knock back others, heal to 25% max health, and grant temporary immunity. I mean, I guess, sure. It's a passive. Always take passives. Damage radius on the missiles. What else we got? Increase the number of weapon slots on each ship by one. I probably should have gotten that, but oh well. We got what we could with all the resources we had, and we still have a ton of money left over too. So yeah, I don't think I need to do another run, because I think that run kind of showed you what's going on. But like I said, there's did that unlock any new ships or anything? It gave us the Steadfast now, which is a different loadout for this ship. Ironhide. I only did the one run in it, and it wasn't very long. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, these two worked out well. This one, I don't know what the symbols mean. I don't know if that's just like the type of ship it is, or the class of ship, or the faction, or don't know on there. But yeah, Starforged Legacy, my friends. I think that about covers the basics there, and that was almost an hour. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. This is by Second Shift Games. It is a free demo right now out on Steam. You can go take a look at it for yourself. You'll get the exact same build that I've got right here, and be able to play through it yourself. Take a look at the harder difficulties. Maybe they are a little bit more interesting. We'll see. And it is to be announced as far as when it will come out for early access. It looks like they are planning for some sort of early access, but they haven't mentioned any time yet. So there's that. But yeah, there you have it, my friends. Starforged Legacy. Okay, so we're going to switch over to another game here in a moment. Give me guys, let's give me just a moment here. So let me do that. Let me make sure. I haven't tested to see if this would even work, but I'm assuming it will work okay. Just for the sake of argument, though, I don't necessarily need to put these properties on there, but I'm going to put them on there anyway. Because I didn't do that for Starforged Legacy or a few others, and it's working fine. But just for the sake of argument, we'll do that. All right, we're going to take a look at Nine Souls. This is fully released. This has been out since May of 2024. I just got this today because I'm part of the I pay for the Humble Choice, the Humble Bundle Choice. So every month you get like 8 games for your subscription, and this was one of them, and it looks interesting. It does say it's Souls-like, the Metroidvania Souls-like. So we'll see. We'll see how I feel about it, but I figure I'd give it a good old college try here. So let me get this stuff set up. This is Steam. It is by Red Candle Games. And it is fully released. There we go. Alright, that should pop up there in a second. And then I need to switch these things over. So let's do... You have my attention. I knew I would get your attention. Hello. 9 souls. And put that... I don't know why that keeps unsetting itself. However many times I set it, it never stays set. 9 souls. I did spell that correctly, right? 9 souls, yes, I did. Alright, and let's change our majigger here. Oh, it's got 25 viewers. Not bad. I should probably pull. I'll grab my controller for it too. Probably. There we go. All right, very good. Let's hide that. And yeah, let me grab my controller. There we go. Because I don't know if the controller works for it or not, but we'll find out. I would imagine it probably does. Okay, let's hit play on this and see if it. Hopefully it works. Hopefully. So far, so good. And some parts of the game may be considered violent or cruel. And controller. Use headphones and controller. Okay. Options. Let's go. We'll see where the audio is here. Alright, so controls. Okay. Graphics 720. The hell? I don't think it's 720. Because full screen is on. Brightness. Let's get a little bit brighter for you guys so you can actually see stuff. Graphics quality high. VSync on. 60 hertz. Okay. Audio. Bring it down just a smidge. And gameplay. Display HUD. Show tips. Camera shake off. Hold the button to speed up dialogue. Sure. Wait, do I... maybe it's... Well, I'll leave that off for now. Alright. Alright, cool. So this, my friends, is Nine Souls. It is by Red Candle Games, and it is fully released. It's been released since 2024, out on Steam, and it bills itself as a 2D Metroidvania with Souls-like mechanics. I am using my controller for this. It does recommend that, and we'll see. We'll see how this goes. This either will go really well, or I will not like it. I guess I don't know. I'm always like, am I there? Am I not there on it? It really depends on how it feels. It did say in the description though that it's kind of like a Sekiro, where it depends a lot on deflection. I think that's what it says, Sekiro. Um, so we'll see, because if there's a lot of timing involved, I'm going to really be bad at it, because for two reasons. One, I'm hearing what you guys hear, which is on a delay from what I'm actually seeing on the screen. So if it has to do with like a sound effect or something like that, I'm going to always probably miss it. Oh, you have this game. It's on Game Pass, and you haven't played it yet. Well, let's see what it's all about. Let's jump on in and see what we got here. Default difficulty 9 Souls is standard mode for players seeking challenges and enjoying the fun of combat and exploration, or story mode for players who want to fully enjoy the story. You can dynamically adjust damage multipliers in the settings. I'm almost tempted to do story mode, but we'll we'll do standard for now. This guy matches my shirt. What did she say? Did she say get fucked? That's what it looked like she mouthed. Pre-warning, yeah. Boy's having a hell of a fever dream. Did I leave the oven on? Uh, Doing some drugs. Schwan Schwan. Oh, that's her name? Schwan Schwan? Oh. I knew you were here. I could smell your cooking from way out there. Is it the cooking you're smelling, or is it the weed? Snacking on grilled fish again, are you? Aren't you excited for dinner tonight? The auntie next door taught me how to make garlic noodles yesterday. I won't mess it up this time. You don't need to prepare my portion. Ouch. Jeez. I just hope it'll be seasoned normally. Don't worry, I won't let you down. Did you come running to me just to talk about dinner? All right, the flower. All right. A to jump. Ooh, X to attack. Okay. What did that say? Climb up. Oh, I see. So you mantle up. Have to jump in. Drop off. Ah, I see. Okay. But what is that guy? I want to see that guy. Who are you? Examine. Dead person's note. Crooked words etched into the ground. I found the exit, but there's no way to go back now. The messy note seems like the last words of a deceased before they passed away. What would make you think that they passed away, huh? What could possibly make you think that? Press X repeatedly to perform a 3-hit combo. Camp scroll. Schwan's story scroll. One day the noble swordsman passed by a stone. Suddenly, someone jumped out from the stone. It turned out to be a great hero. The handwriting is quite neat for something written by a child. In the bottom left corner, there's a note stating that this is the 63rd episode. Okay. I thought there'd be some in the Forbidden Cave, but I haven't seen a single one. Where are you, Crimson Hibiscus? A crimson hibiscus? Is that the flower you've been fussing about? Yeah, that's the flower they use for the ceremony. According to the shaman, the bigger the flower... Don't go there. Just don't go there. There's one right up there. Wow, you're right. But I'm not sure I can even climb up that high. Also, there's a peacock-tailed boar. Hey, hold on. How did a boar get all the way up there? Chase me, sucker. Oh, it snatched the flower away. Oh well, it probably needs it more than I do. Ah, it's about to get dark. Let's head back to the village. I'll go look somewhere else next time. I'll get that flower for you. Huh? It's fine. You really don't have to. You really gotta go get it. Okay, I'll wait here for you. Be careful not to get hurt. Jump and press B to use your grappling hook. Oh, there's a grappling hook. Oh boy. Oh, I see. Okay. I guess I gotta need something else to break that with. Got it. Crimson hibiscus. These flowers that appear around the Peach Blossom Village are used by villagers as a decoration during the ceremony. Legend has it that harvest will be bountiful if the ceremony is successful. While that hasn't been proven, everyone still gets more food after the ceremony. Oh, and that was... Okay, so you could only open that from that side. Got it. I hope you didn't get hurt. That boar was huge. Don't push yourself too hard. It was only a year ago when you still needed my help to walk, remember? Here. Wow, you really got it back for me. It's even prettier up close. Given time, even the prettiest flowers wilt. That's okay. At least we're here to see it, even if it won't be for long. I don't really see the meaning behind all this. Ha, but you still went out of your way to help me retrieve it. Thanks, E. We should head back. We'll be in trouble if they find us here. It's a hell of a hat. Wow, this festival market is so lively. Look, every household has dried meat and someone's even brewing wine. We've had bountiful harvest for 2 years in a row since you arrived. You've pretty much become the village's official good luck charm. They're just coincidences. Ah, don't say that. When you helped the elders with the rat infestation, we were all talking about how fortunate we were to have you around. Also, praise be to the souls for blessing the Peach Blossom Village and ensuring that we're all fed and clothed. If there's nothing else I need to do, I'm going back to dry to fish. Seriously, I'm going to just give this guy's just Eeyore. That's all he is. If you say so. I guess. Stay for a bit. You should take the chance to check out the stalls and mingle with everyone. Leave the fish to me. Catch you later. With sunrise grace comes a sunset sigh. Every day a cherished sky. Schwan's been buzzing with energy as of late. They're all wearing masks, huh? I know, right? Remember how glum he used to look when his parents left? Oh, Jesus. I didn't want to hear that. In the old days, when our ancestors lived in the harsh wilderness, they had to endure the bitter cold and the onslaught of savage predators. Unable to bear watching us humans suffer, the 10 merciful souls descended from the heavens. At first, some were ignorant and raised their swords towards the souls. Those fools were met with divine wrath, and their bones were ground to dust. Those who were pious and reverent followed the souls to a land outside the 99 heavens, a paradise where everyone could prosper. The all-knowing and all-powerful souls bestowed their wisdom upon us, teaching us about the truth of all things. When the peaches ripen for harvest, the souls will select several of us for a great privilege. Those fortunate enough to be chosen will live the rest of their lives among the divine souls. Let me guess. Indentured servitude? So be good, children. Listen, follow, and believe, and you may also be chosen one day. Divine souls above, I humbly ask that you heed my request. What's your request? Not gonna follow that up. What the hell are you looking at? Beat it. I don't want any part of this dumb festival. He looks like Otacito Solo. He looks like Jabba. You don't look much wiser yourself. What? And just who do you think you are? You pint-sized punk. Bah, curse this damn ceremony. One day I'll show everyone what's really. Never mind. You wouldn't get it. All this nonsense is making my wine go sour. Where are my dancing Twi'leks? Last year my daughter was one of the lucky few to be chosen. What a blessing. I wonder what it'd be like to live with the gods. Not great. Not great. You're back. Did you see anything interesting? I cleaned up that crimson hibiscus you got me earlier. I'm going to sew it into my clothes later. It's not a rule, but those who are chosen usually wear a flower. It makes you look a lot cooler when standing up there. Is this something to be happy? Is this something to be happy about? Of course. I'll be seeing my mom and dad soon. I wonder if they'll notice that I've grown taller. Let's head inside. I'm hungry. Yee, I'll be leaving in a few days. Will you make sure to eat properly when you're on your own? Remember, the rice is stored in a bin, and the fruit on the table should be eaten before it dries out. Stop worrying. Well, don't forget, okay? I'll probably won't be able to send letters back to you once I'm living with the souls, you know? It's sad to think I won't have anyone to bicker with anymore. Aren't you scared? I'm going somewhere I've never been before. Of course, I'm a bit scared. If you're scared, then don't go. I have to. Being chosen by the souls is a blessing. Besides, I've always had this feeling that one day I'd have to part ways with you, Yi. Nothing is predetermined. You make your own destiny. Don't get caught up in superstition. You might be right, but parting isn't necessarily a bad thing. I ran to the Forbidden Cave for the first time when Mom and Dad left. That's where I met you. Who would have thought that playing a flute would make someone pop out of that stone? If you say so. Seriously, the dude is Eeyore. 100%. But since I'm leaving soon, can you grant me one request before the ceremony? What is it? That story you were telling me about the man fighting the flood. Tell me how it ends. Did he make it home? He didn't die, did he? Okay. Where did we leave off? He journeyed over the mountains and rivers. Peach Blossom Village, the night of the ceremony. Incoming signal. Lord Yi, greetings from your humble servant. I was afraid you would lose track of time, so I called to remind you. If you skip out on tonight, you'll have to wait another 2 years for the next harvest. I know. How's the security at the 8-man facility?
Okay.
The system indicates that they're currently on low alert status. There are only a handful of guards on patrol. Please excuse my concern, but if the alarms are triggered, the situation may become untenable. By the way, do you have your mystic nymph on you? Excuse me? Just a point of order here. Calling a MacGuffin in a game a mystic nymph, probably not the best name. I have it with me, but it won't fly. Only parts of it are in working order. That tracks. It's been too long since I recharged it. That is a pity. If it had enough power, you could make use of the Mystic Nymph scout mode for reconnaissance. Your body is just made a full recovery, after all, so it might be best not to throw caution to wind. It wouldn't be too hard to just leave a trail of bloodshed. Certainly, your humble servant has never doubted your martial prowess, Lord Yi. Proceed as you wish, and may fortune favor you. So there's technology. Sort of. Hey, freak. Finally showing your true colors, eh? I could see everything you were doing. I was just talking to myself. You think you can fool me with that stupid hat? Do you take me for one of those morons over there? When a man talks to himself, is he not talking to those who are watching? Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist, too. Great. Watching? Don't think I haven't noticed that I've seen those bizarre statues glow in the middle of the night. Whenever I cover them up with cloth, a mysterious wind blows them away. I knew the truth from the very beginning. Those statues are possessed by demons. Demons don't exist. They're merely the delusions of fools. Demons are afoot, and that's that. They're the kind that eats people, too. This place isn't a paradise. There are no gods, and I sure as hell don't know who came up with all that mumbo-jumbo anyway. Admit it, you probably know a thing or two about all this. Huh. Fine. Keep your secrets. I'll prove I'm right in front of everyone's faces one day. If you can actually stand up. Wow, firecrackers. Shenong sure has an active imagination. All that loneliness has made him go a bit kooky. Okay. The hell is that? Those that are chosen can go live with the gods. Alright. The peach trees have blossomed beautifully this year. Thank the gods for the blessing our peach blossom village. Do I just keep walking? I guess I just keep walking. Ah. To the sacrifice altar. No village is complete without a sacrifice altar. The feng shui is complete. The shaman of Peach Blossom Village hereby receives your decree. Never know when I'll come in handy. Yeah, exactly. In accordance with the soul's orders, we humbly pay respect to the flying throne. They have a flying toilet? Oh! They've got a mind bender. Great. Oh. So they're just stealing people's heads? That's a thing? Thank you for taking care of me these past 2 years, Li Yi. Time for me to go. Hold right bumper to attach talisman? Okay. Oh God, spare us from your wrath. What's happening, ye? I must go now. Take care of yourself. My people need me. What are you saying? Then who are you? Wait, I don't understand. What was that? Who are you? Wait, where are you going, ye? Hold B to hack the platform. Okay. Don't mind me, just hacking. Well, this is, unexpected. LB to parry attacks. RB to detonate tells. Is your medicine pipe to heal? We gotta smoke weed to heal? You bastard. So, dodging is apparently, or blocking is apparently a really important thing here. Using the body as a medium to dissipate energy. Can it actually work? Next, use a talisman to eject key into your target. Slow and steady wins the race. Everything needs to be coalesced at once to be impeccably timed. Okay, these controls are weird. Yeah, I don't like it when games are like left bumper, right bumper for things. It's not a comfortable position to put your fingers in. Soul Collect. Use Jin and experience fall onto the battlefield if he dies, giving him a chance to retrieve them after he is reborn. Alright, well, where would that fall onto? I guess from that, I guess that guy collected it. Or trigger to dodge the trap. Okay. Bloody Crimson Hibiscus. Soaked with the villagers' blood, ape men are harvested at regular intervals in the livestock area, where their bodies are then dismembered and sorted. Flowers and clothes are usually mixed with the rest of the useless parts and disposed of. Oh, so that was just like... Just so they're organ harvesters, basically? Okay. Alright. I'm getting more of a, I'm getting more of a, what was the name of that game? I had it on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of the name of it now. But it was a game very similar to this, had like a very similar vibe to this. Dead Cells. Dead Cells is... I'm getting like a Dead Cells vibe to this. More so than anything else. Yeah, Ori a little bit. It definitely looks like an Ori kind of game. But Dead Cells, I never actually played Ori. Dead Cells I did play, and I enjoyed it for the most part. But the roguelike nature of Dead Cells, like the progression in that game was too slow for me. I would have otherwise really enjoyed it more. And this one's obviously not roguelike, but You got 4 doors in, you got bored. Yeah, it was kind of like I liked it. I liked the idea behind it, but it was the same freaking guy got me. So I wonder, you know what? I'm going to switch to story mode because I don't like the controls in this game. Yeah, I had a feeling that I wouldn't like the timing stuff with the blocking because these games tend to not do it well. And that's kind of what I'm feeling here is like I don't the timing required for it. It's not just the timing for it, it's the being able to visually identify it when you've got all kinds of weird flourishes happening on the screen. Makes it a little bit too difficult for me. You know? See, I don't like. There's a lot of. I don't play rhythm games either because I just can't really. A lot of times they have things where you can't see what the hell you're doing. This is kind of one of those where you're like the flourishes from slashing and stuff makes it difficult for me to keep track of what the enemy's doing. That was a thing. What's down here? Eight-man surveillance footage. Guide to raising 8 men. 8 men are capable of abstract thinking even prior to undergoing transmutation. Individuals that reject group living often exhibit violent behavior. Caution is advised when dealing with. The 8 men originate from the pale blue planet, which was first discovered in a deep space observation report from the Haitian sphere. They are one of the extremely few highly intelligent life forms in the celestial sphere. Okay. We are the aliens. Unusual activity detected in livestock area. Perimeter beach breach by organism detected. We're in trouble, my lord. Your destruction of the harvester earlier triggered a system-wide alert. To make matters worse, the 9 souls could now be awakened even earlier. Doesn't matter. My actions were bound to draw attention sooner or later. I have prepared for the worst. Supposing that is true, why then did you intervene so early? That wasn't part of the plan. Was it for that 8-man child? Don't question my judgment. Just do your job. Of course, please forgive my apprehension. It's just that all our calculations have been thrown into disarray. In any case, please reach the predetermined safe zone as swiftly as possible. Exercise caution above all else. Art in the music is fantastic. Like, it's really, really good. Very atmospheric. Oh, world map? Oh, nice. Rest skills status. Key blast. Hold down RB to generate an explosion. Medicine pipe. So that's the your health. You only get two toots of it. Skill points. Swift runner. Q boosts. Shadow strike inflicts increased damage when striking an enemy from behind with a strong attack. Triple slash. Press X repeatedly to materialize your internal energy to blade and unleash a 3-hit combo. LB to deflect enemy attacks and convert them into chi charges. Imprecise parries will result in some internal recoverable damage taken. Bullet deflect. Deflects certain projectiles like arrows or bullets back at the enemy with a precise parry, useful against ranged enemies. I don't have any skill points though. And then if you rest, it'll respawn people, I guess. Okay. Oh, boss battle. Little mini boss room. There you go. Ouch. Alright. See what you're doing. I don't like it. This wouldn't be half bad if it was if you could do like mostly stealth, right, instead of deflection stuff. Like, I would like this as like a stealth kind of game where I could do like a bunch of stealth kills. You only do, you know, direct attacks when you absolutely positively need to. Alright, now we have a skill point. There we go. Rest. Cool, and it's saved. All right, I get the gist. I get the gist. This is not bad. This is not bad. I don't mind it too much. I think it's a little too. Like, I would definitely play this on. For me personally, I would definitely play it on story mode because I think it's a little too reliant on mechanics that I don't necessarily jive with the you know timed parries and stuff like that. Um, but I like it. Like I this is the kind of thing that I would kind of play again on the easiest mode and just kind of enjoy it, enjoy the experience, as it were. Um, so I think I could do that. It's something I could probably revisit. Um, it's just again, I get kind of the I'm kind of getting the Dead Cells vibe of it, which is it's a fun game, but it's not one that necessarily it's not one that I would put at the top of my list to play, right? Like I would definitely get back around to it, and I definitely would want to get around to Dead Cells at some point, even. But I'm intrigued by the story, and I think it's a very interesting. Like I like it's sci-fi, which I wasn't expecting. So that's really cool, and I kind of like the sort of sci-fi angle of it. Almost the alien stuff. Um, so this might be one of those things that I would play just kind of for the story more than anything else. Yeah, but yeah, cool. So that is Nine Souls, my friend. It is by Red Candle Games. And it's fully released out on Steam. And what is the? I forgot to write down the price on there. It is $30 on Steam, and I believe it's also on Game Pass. Also, there's a bundle here with Dead Cells and One Step from Eden. So actually, I played One Step from Eden. It's interesting. Um, I wouldn't necessarily recommend it, but it was an interesting concept. So it's funny that we're talking about this, and both of these were. I didn't know that these were actually on the page, so that's kind of cool. It's also got it's got a soundtrack too, which the music was really really good. So I could see the soundtrack being definitely something. Even if it's not your type of game, maybe you like the soundtrack for it. Um, so there's that. Let's see. Um, I might have time for one more thing. I kind of wanted to take a look at Marauders. I know I've played the demo for Cleared Hot, so I know what I'm getting into here. But I have not tried this Void Marauders, and I kind of want to just give it a good old college try here because I'm interested, but that's not the what I was looking for there. But let's see what it's. Let's take a little bit of time here and see because I don't have a whole lot of time left in the stream, but I want to at least see if I can dip my toe in and see what we got here. So let's do that. What is this? Void Marauders. Let's get that copied into things here. And that is this is released as of November 20th. Okay. $14 and okay. It's not early access or anything, right? No, doesn't look like it. All right. There we go. So I have that. And let's do this here. think I spelled that wrong. Did I? Hang on. M-A-R-A-U-D. M-A-R-A-U-D. There we go. Do that. And choose that here. There we go. And let's add that into here. Oh, I definitely did not spell that correctly. Should probably just copy it. Instead of being an idiot here. There we go. Save that. Put that up in the title. Cool. All right, let's go take a look at what Void Marauders is like here. So what did they call this? Tactical turn-based strategy with pirates. Okay. Let's see if it works. It may not even. I think it's working. There we go. Options. Ultra quality, limit FPS, please. Lumen lens flare, I guess. Audio. Alright, let's see what the audio is like here. Probably tone that down just a tiny bit, maybe. Game soldier voice is full. Reduced or disabled. Let's do reduced. I think I know what they mean by that. If tactical turn-based, that usually means that they say something every time you do it, and that'll probably get old soon. Old fast. Why is that? Oh, why is that so blurry? What the hell happened here? Oh, it changed my resolution? What the frig? Why did that change? I didn't change that. I can't tell what I'm selecting here. Okay. 2560 by 1080. What the hell kind of resolution is that? $560 by 1440. There we go. Jeez Louise. Alright, that's a little bit better. That's like I mean I know my eyes are bad, but oh, they weren't that bad. Jeez Louise. Alright. Alright, my friends. We're going to take a look at Void Marauders. It is by Autarka. I don't know how you pronounce that. It's fully released out on Steam. It's $14 US. It is a sci-fi tactical turn-based RPG where you're pirates and you fly around and try to gather some booty. So I'm interested to see what it's like. It looked kind of interesting. And I don't necessarily have anything that I can compare it to right away, but let's this is my first time looking at it, so let's just jump in and see what we can do, because I don't have a whole lot of time. So let's just see what we got. So we got going on. Pirate crew with a cage. Play as a pirate in a quest to unite warring pirate factions. To do that, you'll capture the mysterious ship known as the Omen. The only thing that will make you powerful and notorious enough to become a pirate king. You start with a former prison ship, heavily modified with an improvised breaching pod and 2 heavy turrets. Some of its former prisoners are still in the ship as crew and soldiers. Extra initial soldiers starts with 1 experienced raider, level 3, 2 heavy turrets, no special modules or weapons. Krelsha crew. Former slavers and savages, Krelsha warriors now have a chance to prove themselves worthy of leading the Pirates Guild by capturing the biggest prey of all, the Omen. You command a nimble Krelsha assault ship armed with torpedoes and light turrets. Torpedo launchers starts with 1 experienced Krelsha raider, level 3, only 5 starting soldiers. The Refutation, or Exile crew. Play as exiles from the hegemony turned pirates. You start with a retrofitted research ship with an improvised breaching pod, 2 light turrets, and shielded scanner arrays. Okay. There's kind of a lot of different things. I'm going to do the cage because that seems like it might be the starting thing. Also, there's apparently an Iron Man mode. We won't be doing that right now, but let's go with this. Hostis Humani Generis. With these old Terran words, the rulers of the hegemony have branded us enemies of mankind and condemned us all to imminent destruction. But not everything is lost. We are members of the guild. We are pirates and reavers, killers and pillagers. We are a legion. We only need a true leader, a king, and we'll be unstoppable. But who among us can command such respected fear? Only the captain of the Omen, an old, mysterious, and powerful ship. It is said the Omen appears every time the galaxy is in turmoil. Its mission unknown, but its power undeniable. To be part of the crew that captures such a behemoth is to become a legend. And the legend is what we need to survive the upcoming storm. All right, Outlaw, thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. You have a good night, and we'll see you in your streams during the week. So, we have arrived to the Dalek system, Captain. This system has always been considered a safe haven for pirates. We should grab what we can and leave before hegemony forces arrive to change that. Start tutorial, go over to ship navigation first. I'm detecting a signal nearby. To move your ship to it, just click on the highlighted cell. Okay. The ship has been destroyed, but is still sending an automated distress signal. There's very little to salvage, Captain. Let's grab what we can and leave. Alloy plate, energy cell, 5 scrap. Okay, so what's next? There's another signal nearby that you can explore. If you run out of movement, click the end turn button at the bottom right of the screen. Okay. Cargo vessel detected, Captain. Their drive must be damaged because they're trying to escape using only their sublight engines. Continue. Once in a while, you'll find ships that you can board or outposts that you can raid. Once you select the start combat option, you'll be able to select the soldiers that will be boarding the ship. Alright, let's do it. Okay. What do you get? I think they all have rifles and something else. I don't know what else. It's... Oh, a saw axe and an enforcer rifle. Okay. Human raider. Okay. Well, I guess we're good. Let's do it. Let's do it.